Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last episode, we laid out the power lines and the pipes that are going to be built in this area. I mean, no actual lines or pipes have been built, but we've put in the plans for them to be built. So everything should be hooked up as far as all the power. Everything should be hooked up as far as the pipes, the pumps, everything to get it stuff to these two tanks there. And then we'll have to route stuff from that point to whatever it is we're going to be doing. Which we're probably going to be making chemicals. We do actually have a plastics factory, so we're going to need plastics, we're going to need chemicals. And then we're going to be making probably fabric and clothes. And, you know, we'll see what else we get up to up here. But this should all be set up and ready to go. We just need to figure out how we're going to get a high voltage power out here. Especially since we seem to be straining our existing power plants. And I don't want to consume the oil for power. So... I mean, my coal mines here are working pretty good. Supplying everything, but that's kind of limited. Up here, the question is, could I potentially bring through coal? But I wouldn't want to rely on it. So I think what we might need to do is throw another solar plant down here. Just to help supplement until we can get like a proper nuclear power facility going and we can supply our own nuclear fuel, that sort of stuff. So, but that is down the road. All right, let's get things rolling. Those tunnels are being built. Alright, so we need to route a high voltage power line from somewhere. Here is a high voltage power line, and I believe that is a switch, is it not? It is in fact a switch. Okay. Let's see. Just bring that like straight through to here. And then get it across the water. Distance between poles is too far. Really? Oh, we can just make it. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna need a high voltage switch. We're gonna need a high voltage switch over here. There we go. Commit all that in. Now, I might have to buy all of that. How much did that cost me? 166 grand. I would rather not. I mean, I have 2.3 million. I mean, I could afford it. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. The only thing I want this construction office doing right now is building that road. That is it. I want that road built. Eventually, it's going to also have to build this bridge and get all this road built. We are going to have to set up a spot where we can deliver materials. And that may not be in the best spot, but we're going to have to set up an area where, yeah, where we can deliver materials. It'll probably might be over here. This might be kind of our supply yard. We're going to bring in, you know, we'll have to bring in the rail, and then we'll have to drop off, you know, bricks, prefab panels, steel, boards, you know, electronic components, mechanical components, all the stuff we need to build things. All have to get dropped off over here, and then we'll have to see what we can do from there. But again, that's another thing that's on the agenda. But I think what we're going to be doing now is continuing to lay out the construction plans in this area. And what we're going to need is a residential area to supply workers for wherever our industry then happens to be. So I think that it makes sense to make the residential area kind of come in over here. Because none of this actually needs workers. All this runs on its own. So we don't need to have the workers near here. It has a nice riverfront property here. Or riverfront land. I don't know if I want to use the term property. That we can build stuff on. And see what I want to do as far as the layout. So let's figure that out. Now, do I want to follow the grid? Not necessarily. Well, we could do... do it there. And then what we can do is we can swing the road out to here. All right. Eating problems. It's not production. Why do these things keep stopping production? I mean, by the time I get to it, it's running fine. Now, I know what's going on with you. In fact, what I might go ahead and do is do the little thingy that I do to hack the signals so that we can keep those, both those, tunnels going. All right, so where would we want to do things? Maybe out here? Keep most of our industry kind of down around this corner here. Like do the industrial area over here. And then we'll have kind of, you know, our services and... residential. Electricity problem. Is that because of you? Or you didn't have any workers in there? Yeah, that's probably because there are no workers in there. Citizen health too low. Why did it move people in there? Workers can't work due to sickness, currently without power. Well, I was kind of hoping that that wasn't going to happen. So, what we're going to need to do is that's going to have to get built so that they have a place to go get some food. We're going to have to build in that road. And we're going to have to buy the hospital. And probably the fire station. And that means that this road also would need to be built. And this road would need to be built. And this road would need to be built. There we go. This road would need to get finished being built. Go with this road. I think. Get them out of the way. Alright, power is going to have to get brought in. Let me get rid of this so I can actually see things a little bit better. Did we have power over here? Yeah, we did. Yep, you're going to have to get built. And that power line is going to have to be built. There we go. Buildings without power supply. Why is it without power supply? Because this isn't built yet. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we should have power. Temperature in building too low. Oh. I did put in a heating plant, didn't I? Is that the one thing I forgot? It might be that I forgot the heating plant. Not a problem. We can throw that in. And I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Now, of course, it's going to need resources, which is fine. We're just going to need a dumper. It's not going to need to be a very big dumper. 7 tons. 11 tons. Yeah, you're fine. You go grab some coal and bring it over there. All right, you are going to need ambulances. I mean, they just have more engine power. That's the only real difference. They all move at the same maximum speed. So let's just go with these guys. We are going to need to bring fuel up here at some point. We are also going to need some fire trucks. Now, I typically go with an assortment, but it really doesn't care about whether or not you have a proper assortment of fire trucks. I just kind of do that for realism, I guess. Because you'd want, like, a ladder, right? You'd want a water truck. You'd want one of these. And you'd probably want like that. I don't know if that needs to be built. But then we're going to need to deliver fuel. I probably will want a separate truck for that. You'll do. Alright, so I want you to come over here and I want you to load. This is the fuel tank, right? Yep, that's the fuel tank. Okay, so load fuel, unload fuel, and unload fuel. Do it. Alright, excellent. It looks like we're probably going to be getting another one of these done here soon, so we need to have those services for the, That's almost done, so we can just let that finish. There's a school, there's the pub. Yeah, we'll get those. That means they're going to be cranky for a little while. But that's okay. One of the other things they're going to need up here is some sort of sport. I don't think I put that in. Not a problem. We can do that. What I'll probably do is we'll throw in an indoor pool. There we go. It'll do. Okay. Now that little distraction's taken care of. Let's get back to figuring out what we're going to do over here about the residential area. We kind of want to have some residential buildings over here. So let's start thinking about what residential buildings we're going to bring in. I wouldn't want to do any of these. 17 story. You know, these are pretty nice, effective building, but I don't want to, like, just use those. Like, also, what kind of, vault buildings do we have? Snowing. Here's the 12-story buildings. 96 workers. Let's see, where does it straighten out? Right about there? I just had to double check real quick that I didn't actually buy that. Try and maintain some level of consistency. This one's a little bit too far off. How many of these buildings will we be able to squeeze in? On this curve, specifically. Maybe this will be the last one, right about there. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a little less than 900 workers, potentially, in those buildings. Alright, and so what we're going to do is we're going to throw in a road. right about here. Try and follow the grid a little bit. And we'll throw in a road right about there. That will connect right about... Doesn't want to connect nice and clean. Probably about as close as we're going to get. There we go. I don't know what we'll do from there. But I'll keep that little bit of road up there. We can always rework that later. My building was on fire. It probably was something related to electricity, considering the amount of things that stop production. And we're having electricity problems. If I had to guess. Alright, now. Residential areas, we're going to need some services. We're going to need a proper shopping center. Let's see, do I want to put it on this road? Or do we want to put it on this road? I think it'll go on this road. Let's see, how square up are we going to be? We'll need road access, but... Or actually, let me flip it around like this. We'll get the road in another way. Restaurant panorama. We haven't done this before. Find some food. I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about it. Pub can kind of squeeze in here. Beach cafe. The View cafe bar. Okay. Not something I really need to worry about. And the usual cinema. Does not quite fit the way I'd like it to. And what we'll do is we'll slide it in here. As far as the mod goes, I want sports playground. We're gonna want the big sports. Oh, that is not gonna fit. What we might do is put it over here. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Anything else that I can squeeze in here? Hospital, maybe? Because we're going to need one up here. We're going to need a hospital. And we're going to need a fire station. Put the hospital... Yeah, we're going to have to put the hospital over here. Drop that in right about there. Okay. Now we're going to bring a road. Hopefully. Road like that. That should work. You can connect. You can connect. Put a kind of straight dead-end road in there. That's fine. That'll all connect like that. And then... footpath. Footpath can come through there. These guys can connect to the footpath. Footpath through there. And then, yes, you will have footpath and some footpath there. All right. Commit all that in. You still need a fire station. Let's put that in there. We're gonna need a kindergarten. Probably gonna need like a couple of these. We're gonna need a school. How about the orphanage? But we'll go ahead and put one in because we don't have one anywhere else. And we're going to need power for all of this, of course. And heating. I also would like to get a medical university in here. But I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. We don't have one anywhere yet, so I'll think about it. This is all the basic stuff that we would need. We might need actual more residential area, but residential buildings. We'll worry about that later. We can put more in here. We're gonna need probably a trolleybus stop. Well, yeah, we'll get rid of this, actually. That. We'll need a trolley bus stop here. We're gonna need a trolley bus stop over here, and then trolley bus stops wherever our industry is going to be. They had an interruption. Train is waiting too long. I know why you're waiting too long. Alright, but I think we're at the end of the episode, so we'll go ahead and stop here. Before we start planning in, like, electric... We're gonna need the heating station. Let me just get that laid in here, because that should be relatively easy. How far away can I put it? We kind of do need it relatively close. Alright, then we'll throw it in here. But, yeah, as I was saying, at this point, we are going to end the episode here. And we'll continue to work on this layout when we come back. Alright, so for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.